So Adelaide coming off a win on Friday night over Cairns, their biggest win of the season. They'd lost 5 straight prior to that. Played a fascia issue in his foot. Dufelmeyer started on Friday against Cairns and played some good minutes. Starts well here.
You know that arena is going to erupt.
Oh, yeah.
Haven't seen their team in so long.
Bairstow at Luala-Chul. They've played twice this season already, these two teams. It's 1-1. Dufelmeyer has space to tee one up. It's all Adelaide to start this one. Bairstow had it knocked away. Adelaide retained possession. McCarron, title last year with Melbourne United, lays it up with the left hand. They're full of confidence, the visitors.
Adelaide have struggled pretty much since that game and haven't been able to put games together. Good take by Shayeli, but
19 points against South East Melbourne last Sunday for Shayeli. His highest score as a Melbourne United player. Detch underneath Bairstow. And he's also generous because he's given burgers early in the game.
That didn't take long.
To Melbourne basketball fans, the code word is net. 10 on Friday night. Doesn't get that to drop. Melbourne have scored off their last 2 possessions. Luala-Chul.
good penetration, drew the defense. Nice alley-oop pass, and JLA finishes.
McCarron turns the corner. It's good. Best part of 2 minutes. He's out there for the first quarter. Luala-Chul over the top of Soto. Saw that mismatch. Hannah's guarded by Luala-Chul, who just went straight up, so vertical. That left Soto open. Now Hook Porty wants his turn on the low block.
Oh yeah, nice one-on-one move, good recognition.
0 from 4 in this opening term. Off the back of a hot second half
Great
in the
back
throw.
door.
Backdoor, Mojave King.
There he is, the young fella.
Nice find for Peatling. They didn't panic, Melbourne. They thought their way through it.
Yeah, congrats.
Jack White. With the left hand high off the glass. Nice finish. Luala-Chul guarded by Dufelmeyer. Good luck, Tad. The double comes. Oh, Hook Porty. The Twin Towers doing some damage to start this second quarter.
They're going to need him.
1 field goal attempt, Corey.
It's not enough for their star big man.
Here he is. Quick release 3.
Okay, Nostradamus.
What do they say about a broken clock?
I got one more in me then.
What would you do? Illy responds at the other end with 3 of his own.
Really shooting the ball at a high rate. And that's a credit to the hard work he's been putting in during the week.
Go back to DJ. He misses. Dufelmeyer gets up and closes the lid.
Way to finish.
Let's talk us through this, Corey.
See, nice take by the big fella, but Dufelmeyer cleans it up with...
That's not great news about Delhi.
No. Nice take from Newley.
It's giving him a punch towards the rim, Brad Newley. Adelaide have had a small lineup out there for a little while. Just Daniel Johnson and a bunch of guards and smaller wings. And Melbourne weren't really able to take advantage. There's Dufelmeyer right to the hoop. Let's change direction and match up a little smaller.
Works for them that time. Golding with his first field goal.
Shayeli's so tough, and he's getting it done at both ends.
White put some moves on of his own. Gives Melbourne the lead.
Tough. He listened in that early huddle.
They've scored the last 4, Melbourne. White's hands in the passing lane. Stuffs it.
Adelaide 36ers 5th turnover. Thanks to Jack White. Great anticipation. Gets an easy bucket. Shows the athleticism.
Johnson wants to back in on White.
Good shot. This is what I'm saying. This guy can score. We know this. Why is he just in this whole game so...
It was a bit the same on Friday, Liam, wasn't it, with Daniel Johnson? We just didn't see enough of it. Brad Newley's seen plenty of it.
Brad Newley, Jack White, Shea. United were just launching from three-point territory. They're long gone.
6 points on 3 of 5. We go back to DJ with success again.
That guy has too many moves, DJ.
This time up top. He's playing with all the spring of a 20-year-old Brad Newley, not a 37-year-old.
He's happy to bump and grind down low, try and make things tough for DJ.
Illy steps back. All the time in the world. Adelaide from the baseline. Johnson over the top of Illy. Mitch McCarron, 4 points, a couple of rebounds against his former team. He's had his struggles in the 2 games against Melbourne this season. Mojave King lets it fly. CJ Bruton going back to the young next star again. Peatling finishes off.
Talking about DJ, for those who don't know.
Here's Manny Malou out there to finish off this first half. Straight into the game, feeling good. Walachul. Knocked off the cylinder by Soto. Those points will count.
Delhi's, playing through injuries and all that because he was obviously in the NBA.
Delhi was on oxygen after a finals game.
Bairstow for Dufelmeyer as the clock expires.
Yeah, are you going to? And he said, if it means not forfeiting, I'll step out there. But other than that, he's not going to be coming into the game.
Go. Newley's having a fantastic afternoon. This is the depth.
Yep.
That you in particular, Liam, have been talking about all season long with Melbourne. And they're showing it today.
Well, it's funny because the narrative around Melbourne coming into the season was they didn't have enough talent. Knowing what needs to be done and grabbing their moments.
Walachul scores from underneath.
Brings his tally to 11. 6 rebounds, which was his 3rd offensive rebound.
Great find. Johnson had position. He's now to double figures. 36ers equal leading scorer. White unloads. That 3 ball's getting better and better all the time for Jack White. Up next, it's Brisbane taking on Cairns. Straight there at the conclusion of this game. Perth and the New Zealand Breakers later on. Newley wide open.
Wow. Even easier shot to hit.
Season high for Brad Newley in his first season at Melbourne United. Hasn't been called upon a lot recently. They've only won 1 game on the road, which was round 2 against Tasmania. Golding starting to get himself going, or trying to.
It was a great read from Golding. The flare, the shot fake, the step back. Just
how quickly that man can heat up. Melbourne lead it by a game-high 11 points. Johnson at the other end tries his luck. Billy surveys the landscape and then sees a part to the basket himself. Hook Porty upstairs.
For Adelaide, I should say.
Peatling up ahead. No call. Peatling played through and scored. Went to overtime in round 9. As Corey said, it was Dusty Hannahs with a late 3 and then 8 points in overtime that helped Adelaide to the victory. And there's Kai Soak. 14 on the clock. Golding into the paint, scores. These Hannahs fell into the lap of Soto.
Just keep ticking the scoreboard over and remain it within striking distance going into this 4th.
That is what Chris Golding can do. It's a jersey that means so much to them, and Last year, when they went on their tear at the back end of the season, it was in that jersey. Dellavedova picks up from where they left off in the third. Played OKC and dropped threes on them. Dellavedova gets that one to drop two.
Three-point shot.
He's got that up to 34% now across the season. It's 2 for Hannes.
It's great rim protection by the next star. Look how he runs the floor.
From one end to the other.
That's what you do. You feed the big guy.
And that will finish up round 16. McCarron against the clock. We tick up to 6 minutes remaining. And Wallachul getting busy on Johnson.
Good one-on-one take.
For next year, they've got a couple of guys on options. Daniel Johnson, club option. Sunday Detch, a mutual option, which is an interesting one.
That is interesting. Wallachul puts it back in. That's one player they can't afford to. Nathan Sobey's agent was obviously in town, lives there on Friday night, was got it back for United. And Wallachul again has that mismatch and found Jack White, who plays above the rim. Wallachul out for Illy. Brewster thought about it. Triplet drains the three. Gets a little moment.
Party time in John Cain Arena.
It's Kai Sota at the other end.
There you go. Tallest player.
5 of 9 from the field, 12 points and 3 rebounds.
How important, this finish from Johnson, how important will that jumper be for Kai Sota? Aspirations, Liam. He's obviously a next star at the moment, but if he wants to...
It's extremely important because he would stretch the floor on defense.
He was a knockdown guy from long range that he really got that opportunity. Roosters coming back for more.
That's what I'm talking about.
The record on the road is going to get worse. It'll be 1-8 after today. Triplet, shooting with confidence. Love that.
Less than 2 minutes into the ball game, he hits the hardwood.
Peatling, nice hustle. Another that a couple of times Dean Vickerman went to more for the defensive end of the floor and paid dividends. Marshall catch and shoot three. Hook Porty stole it away. And the flush. Melbourne cracked the ton again. Mojave King with a couple of late ones. 101 to 74.